Good evening, it's Joyful Christian Hermit. I'm just giving you a little tour around and to show you what I'm up to here. This is the outcropping that's going to have stone on it. It's called air stone, and looks like bricks. But it's not brick colored. It's going to be I'll show you a picture of it later, but it's flat and only about ½ inch thick. It'll be very easy to put on. Just have to put it on straight, level. Already checked with my 4-foot level. That little bottom area down there is about just under 72 inches, so my 6-foot level didn't fit, but it's level. And then but that's probably not going to happen until Friday or Saturday. Friday I might start. Tomorrow's supposed to be cold and windy, but that's that. And then Sean came today helping me. Nice young man, strong, but he's going through a lot. People go through a lot in life. We're making this weeping Japanese maple there, stand up straighter. So we worked on that, and we did a tree over there, staked it, and staked that one. Looks bad, but I'm training it to be more upright. Wind and sun, that tree there is practically on the line, and the leaves, I've cut it back a couple times myself. You can maybe sort of see a short branch sticking up. It's like right on the line, 2-3 feet in from it. So the light doesn't hit the tree, and the tree reaches out toward the street trying to get light. So I pulled it back, and I'm hoping that when the neighbors are gone sometime, I will go out there and cut some branches. You can do it legally. I just don't want any conversation with them. They're the ones that I'm not to communicate with because they... Sorry, probably made you dizzy. That's the man that harassed me sexually. So, old guy. Sometimes the old guys don't stop, don't learn. When they grow up, women don't like that. So, and I still have to get a post on a couple of these and get these trees tied up. The weeping beech back there, it hasn't leafed out yet. Barely see it. Get that tied to that stake, and then the weeping Phillips tearful for my cousin. His birthday was this past Sunday, same day as my son's. And so that's his honorary tree, Phillips. And I'll say a prayer for my son as well whenever I see it. And I forgot to get a stake this one up because it's just sort of tilting back. And that's a pricey one, and I've got to get that little green band at the bottom cut loose. It's too tight on it. So on this one I'm training. I have to pull in a couple more branches on the other side, but this is a weeping trident maple, and I'm trying to get it so that I really pruned it in the fall, late fall, and a little bit more also early spring, to open it up, get some air in there. It's healthy for them, because last year I started getting wild, crazy shoots coming out of it with huge leaves. It was reverting. It's called reversion, and you don't want a tree to revert to what they had used as the rootstock, which is a regular maple, because then you lose the small leaves and the weeping. So they were sticking out all over. So I want it to be more contained. It was starting to spread way out. So when we staked up this little one here, and we're probably gonna stake this one. I'll have to get a taller stake or a pole to do that, because it's coming this way trying to get sun. That's a weeping golden noble fir. And what would that be? I'm trying to think of the Latin name. Something aurea, anyway, pendula. Trying to think of the Latin name for Norway. Come here, come on, let's go, come on. So anyway, I yet have to tie this little one up and do some pruning, and like this little errant little branch that's going that way, I'm going to pull it forward or straight up, get it trained, or else clip it out. This little guy's doing okay. He had started to fall over, but I got it firm again. This is very rare and unusual, so I have to keep that protected there. Doggies got me all. I have to turn around because they tangle with their leashes. Come on, puppies. Come on. This is doing better here, but not the greatest. So don't know what the deal is. I'll give it some fertilizer. I think I should maybe pull it up. I'll put a pitchfork down into there and like loosen it and then just pull it up because it should be planted up. It was planted up higher, but it sunk. Conifers do generally, depends on the conifer. A fir likes water, not loads of it, but likes water. Other conifers do not. They do not. This is Perry's golden, and it's never really been that golden, so I see some new buds on it on the right side that are looking like they might, that it never did so well. You know, the shape of it even. I might try to pull some branches up and get it so it's not so woody looking. Or sometimes, you know, I have other things that are going to get larger that shouldn't get as large as they have. You just replace things sometimes. Stick it out in front in a pot and say free. Or try to sell it online for $15 or something. But it's just not the looker. And that one's doing okay. That one, this back there, that variegated Chamaecyparis falcifera, that is, and it's, I think it's Northern Lights. It's not growing as fast as it should. Probably needs a little fertilizer there. Conifers tend to like more acidic fertilizer. I also have some coffee grounds it might like, but I also have some more acidic fertilizer also to give it. And same with my Golden Lights holly tree over there. That needs more. It's looking very sparse and struggling a lot. But that I got when it was, maybe 6 inches tall, so it's doing pretty well. But even so, they grow fast. This was really bent over, leaning toward the fence and practically hanging over. That part was hanging over. This is a weeping blue spruce. Picea. I'm rusty. I'll have to get beefed up on my Latin names. I used to just whip them out of my head, but my head's so shot. And even this is turning back to green for the summer. It turns bright gold. It's in the winter it turns bright gold, so it's partial now. But this is my son's prayer plant. It's a Chief Joseph lodgepole pine. And this I'm not. Oh, thank you, Lovey. He's fertilizing it. This I'm not going to let get real big. It'll just keep growing, obviously. It grows, like maybe 3 inches a year, 4 inches. See the new growth at the top there. But you can just pinch those off however you want to do it to keep it a certain height. But I'll let it get another foot maybe. And I want to keep it narrow. Oh, that there is, this is just a mongrel growing up there from this tree. Believe it or not, this tree is going to come down either in the fall, or I'm going to watch its sun patterns, because I don't think it actually is shading it probably is shading the upstairs bedrooms, I'm sure, but from the western sun. But there's an apple tree there, blooming cherry, red bud or something, that when the sun sets lower shades my downstairs bedroom windows from too much sun. But I have this tree growing, and that thing has grown. When did I get it? Was it last year, I think? Or 2 years ago, maybe. 2 years ago it was. See that one right there? It was half that size when I got it. And it's really taking off, and it is rare. It's called Twisted Sister. And that thing will grow tall, and then it will make a pagoda top to it. It'll look like a pagoda. So that's a keeper. And then when this gets cut out, I'm going to shift that one over a couple feet. They'll get the roots, they'll grind down the roots, but I'll shift it over as close to I can where this tree had been and let that thing grow and be the only tree here then. Because this big guy, it just sheds horribly. And it's a nice tree and all, but somebody will like the name. Pine wood burns hot, but if you want to start fires and cabins and stuff, then people will take that wood. Be happy for starting there. Doggies, you're tangled. Lovey, here. We're going to keep walking, Lovey. We're doing a little tour. See, this is, oh goodness, I've got to get my tiles all covered over more. When it gets too hot here to work outside in the summer, it gets too hot, then I'll get back to working on the bathroom. Body able and God willing, because I never know what's going to be next for me, body-wise. But I'm starting to be on a roll now. And this is Church Street steeple. And it too was leaning back. So we tried something. I want to see if it held. We put, oh no, it shifted. It shifted here. Yeah, might dig into it. I'll have to redo this, figure out another way. I put a little piece of, it's too tight. There, it shifted over. We're going to have wind tomorrow. So I don't want this metal to cut the tree, so I put a piece of hose tubing down in there, rubber hose that was old, to protect it, but it had already shifted. So I got to be careful with that. And it might be a little bit too forward. Let me look here on the side. Well, it'll straighten up more. It'll head more toward the sun out there. The top part will. If I need to, I can tie a string, just a twine around that and pull that back. That's how you just have to train trees the way you want them to be. And you trim them and prune them how you want them. And they're lots of fun. Trees are so much fun. I have work to do over here, get all the grass that came up. I put cardboard down first, but I didn't put another layer of mulch last summer. So it needs it. Everything needs a fresh layer of the bark, crushed bark. I just go to this place that's about a mile from me and have them put a load in my truck bed and cart it around and spread it. Good, it's good stretching for me, very good stretching, but I have a lot of grass that came up through the cardboard. So I'll get rid of that, dig it out. I love, this coming out and work. This thing, look how that grew. That's this year's growth. This thing is gonna shoot up. This tree eventually also, because it's just so messy. And trees have a lifespan. But that little, what's it called back there? Not freaky. It's a cute little name for it. That little tiny one down there. But it's a slow grower, so that will take a long time. But it'll get huge eventually. But I know my neighbors want this here because it helps block the sun on their house up there. That's my neighbor that has been so nice and good to me. And I did send a text this morning and expressed my gratitude, and then I knew things had shifted, but there was a denial of that, of course, which was nice, but it still doesn't change the reality. So, and all this, I have these pavers here to make a pathway here. These strawberries came all through here, and I'm going to take some out. But they produce, I had strawberries all summer for my cereal, just from my little patch there. And these all need to get plants in these, but it's getting to be very dry, and they haven't turned the water on for our watering. So hopefully by Saturday, because I'm gonna have to get the hose out. And here's my arbor to put down here. I just got it away for the winter. And then this is a different kind. It gets very long, and it grows over the arbor down there. That I'm sorry about my poor head. My head injury causes me to have trouble with words. Oh, it's like this, you know, they bloom. Clematis, and it will climb over it. And then on this side, I have a purple one that will go, a purple red that will go up on that if it needs on this side. But last year, that one grew up all the way over the arbor, it just arched all over here. So that's the one thing I'm going to get this year is one more clematis, and I'm going to put it on the arbor on the other end of this walkway we just came through. These are the fake stone. It's called air stone. They're very lightweight, and these are the ones that are all squared in on them. But down there, I'm going to need lots of corner pieces, so I bought about 6 boxes that it said corner pieces. Well, they came in only half the boxes corner, and half are straight pieces. So I have way too many straight pieces. But I think with my tile saw, if I'm careful, I might be able to angle cut. So hopefully. But this will go on the front, and above the front, I'll probably have to hire someone unless I want to. We're gonna put I got a scaffolding, but it's only 4 foot tall, because I'll need it to put these up higher, to mortar them. Otherwise, going up and down on the ladder all the time is great exercise for the leg. I'm concerned with the tall ladder, with my dizziness. But up here, I'm going to have that painted what's called pale oak, which is about the color of the stone. So I'm going to have the front section have some light to it, give it a little dimension, because this, see where that dents in, the window is sunken in there. I raised that up. It was just hollow above there, and I raised it up because otherwise it went across right about where the window is. So you'd be inside, and that you just look up, and there would be this, you know, the overhang of it right there. The inset was just right down on top of the window, and well, this is a replacement window, a nicer one that was there before. There before, it sort of had bars down the center and across the middle. You know, it's too many bars. I wanted to look out and not see a lot of window lines. But anyway, that was something I was glad it was hollow above to lift it up a little, so it wouldn't feel so like a prison, like a medieval prison. It's really not. It has not. And this was all the same wood, painted. This is the new color there, the darker. It's called Anonymous, and then that's the original. That when I got it, was this sage that sort of, I don't know, sort of didn't speak to me. Anonymous did. I loved the name, and I like the earthy color. It's a greenish, grayish, brownish, and everything looks good against it. Like, look at the green up against it, and when the Japanese maples, and then the yellow tulips and all of them. So anyway, I realize I'm a multitasker by nature, and I used to be able to handle that. I should have come out earlier, but I was not doing so well. But these were daffodils all across, and before that were purple crocuses, purple and white and blue crocuses all across here and all around this center part. And originally, the first year, there were tulips just all over, these orange and yellow tulips. But several of them didn't come up, but they're starting to fill in more. So what I'll do is when they get too bunchy, I'll just move them and spread them out. But they're loaded over there, but they aren't all blooming at the same time. But so anyway, making progress here. This is joy, and you can see here just how bare. I need to get that mulch on here to keep the weeds down and keep moisture on the roots. It's important. But you put cardboard down first, and I'll probably put another layer of cardboard since it's so bare, because that also helps build up and it keeps moisture down in. So I have loads of cardboard over in the garage. You can see the mess of my garage, where I have all my stuff stored, my materials and stuff. So anyway, well, God bless you all. Talk to you later.